Welcome to what will be hopefully the first of many podcasts for Talking Irish, a new feature here on our site. And we don't have it really figured out as to how often we'll have them, but I think they'll be pretty regularly. Some will be longer than others. First one we're going to do is recap a little bit on Wake Forest and kind of what we're going to walk away from that. And obviously, in the very near future, we're going to talk a lot about USC and that matchup. But let's look back at Wake Forest and kind of feel what we did right, what we can improve on. I would think overall it was a very good game. 38-0 is kind of what you expected against a team that is 5-5 and probably could have been a little worse off than that. Running was very good thanks to the offensive line. Sierra Wood had a breakout game and kind of saw what we'd hoped to see all year. Defensively, again, a shutout, and I thought they would have, and I would have been okay if they would have given up a few points at the end there when some of the other players and the seniors got into play, but they held strong. I think that was a good message to send. The coaching I felt much more comfortable with, the play calls, both sides of the ball. I would say my only concern would be the kicking game. Again, we seem on kickoffs not to be able to put it into the end zone, and I would feel comfortable with the team starting on the 20 every down. I'm not sure it matters who's returning the kicks, whether it's somebody great or not, but with our defense starting on the 20-yard line is a safe bet as opposed to letting somebody run it out, and I think Kyle Brenza has the leg to do that, has shown that. I'm not sure why he's not doing that, if he's being instructed to let them try to run it back, or if he's just not able to get it back there for some reason. If that's the case, I gotta believe there's an injury issue of some sort. In terms of the PATs and the field goals, that's another point of concern. Obviously, we made our points after this week, but we did miss one last week. We missed a field goal this week, and again, after a great start and hearing a lot of things about this young man, I'm starting to get a little nervous in regards to consistency. And again, against BC, Pitt, and the likes of Wake Forest, you might be able to get away with that, and we barely got away from it with Pitt, but I think we need to have a little bit more consistency against BC and SC, or any bowl team that we match up on. So I really am concerned about the kicking game. It's not terrible, but it's average at this point, I would say, at best, and it's just not holding water to the rest of the team. Everett Golson is definitely maturing at a very rapid level at this point. Let's face it, he's been here as an early enrollee. He's been able to see the system. I give a lot of credit to Brian Kelly. He's definitely handled him a lot better than I thought he was being handled. And Golson had a great game. The offense looked sharp. I think there's obviously some areas for a little bit of improvement. Even though one interception, I think wouldn't have been even the ball wouldn't even been thrown if it wasn't senior day, trying to force the senior to get a reception and have a big lead. So I'm even comfortable with the interception that he threw into the end zone. But overall, very confident that nobody came out injured as far as I know. Maybe some bumps and bruises. So as games like that wear on, I'm just hoping nobody gets hurt, and that seemed to be the case. So I would say overall it was a very positive win against Wake Forest. Wake Forest is a 500 team, and they kind of showed that against, now it's the number one team in the country. And so the good was a lot, the bad was little, and the ugly was even less. So thank you for listening, and check back soon for more podcasts.